You may not yet realise just how easy it is to feel something click. Not because you're trying, but because something inside is remembering what it's always known. And maybe now or maybe soon you'll begin to notice a strange and wonderful thing starting to happen. Because when someone forgets the old way of seeing, something new begins effortlessly. Let's say, for example, you're a man standing on stage. Not just any stage. A stage that bends space and time, between reality and absurdity, between the laughter and the silence just before it. And maybe in that moment, you're not just a man, you're a cab driver, a washed-up lounge singer, a contradiction wrapped in charisma, a mystery wrapped in play. Now what's fascinating is the audience doesn't just watch, they feel. Because you're not delivering jokes, you're delivering frames. You're subverting their expectation with every pause, every deadpan look, every word that means more than it seems. Because language is never just language, is it? It's a portal, and right now, you're stepping through. And as you do, perhaps you're already starting to notice how easy it becomes to adopt new beliefs, like trying on a new costume that somehow fits perfectly. Like believing you're always growing. That discomfort is just a signal that the shift is working. You're enough. You don't need laughter. You don't need approval. You only need the moment. Because moments are where the transformation happens. Now let me show you how. Imagine you're in a room, a simple room. No spotlight, no audience, just you. And in this room, every object, every shadow on the wall represents a belief. Some of them old, some of them borrowed, some of them obsolete. But over there in the corner, you notice something glowing. It's a new idea, a new belief. Maybe it says reality is a mirror. As you pick it up, you realise this belief reflects everything back to you. The way you laugh, the way you show up, the way people react to your presence. And then you notice another one. Failure doesn't exist, there's only feedback. And suddenly, that joke that bombed, that awkward silence, that moment when no one clapped, now it becomes a doorway. The pattern interrupts, the punchline you didn't expect. And didn't need to. Because now you're learning to enjoy the space between. And here's the twist. In every example, in every character, in every twist of absurdity, the surreal expression, you're not just performing, you're reprogramming. Because anti-comedy teaches resilience. Because deadpan delivers depth. Because surrealism is a sandbox for new beliefs. And the more you play, the more your unconscious installs. That creativity is infinite. That confidence is internal. That people respond to energy, not logic. And just like that, you start to feel something curious. You start to feel magnetic. You stop needing to explain yourself. Because mystery creates attraction. Because identity is fluid. And you're becoming the performer and the performance. Now let's stack some frames. If people follow confidence, and confidence comes from self-approval, then every time you show up authentically, you don't just attract attention, you create loyalty. If failure is feedback, and feedback is data, then every bomb is a blessing, every silence is a signal. And if all behaviour is driven by pain and pleasure, then what happens? When you make the absurd delicious, you start to realise your discomfort is actually an invitation to reframe, to reinvent, to reconnect. You're not resisting the unknown, you're mastering it. Now imagine, you're in another room, a different scene, a different act. Here you're teaching through attention. You're not asking for attention, you're commanding it with certainty, because you now know. The strongest frame always wins. And your frame is unshakable, built on curiosity, fused with boldness, wrapped in playfulness so powerful that people lean in without knowing why. And maybe they laugh, or maybe they don't, but either way, they remember you. Because you weren't performing a joke, you were performing a shift. And as your unconscious mind continues weaving this together, just know Every word I've said has already started to take root, not in a forced way, but the way the rain sinks into the soil. Because this isn't about learning, it's about remembering. Remembering that everything is temporary, that you don't need permission, that the present moment is all that exists. And this is the stage you've been waiting for. You're already on it, so go ahead, be unpredictable, be absurd, be surreal, be free. Because the new system is already installed, it's already running, it's already you. The only thing left to do is enjoy the show.